know what I'm saying?
Biggest one for me though, I'm gonna pull a Santana Fleming. College coaches offer this kid, Jack O'Keefe from Cardinal Gibbons. This kid is 6'2", 210, runs a 4.57 40, 3.6 GPA, 250 tackles in 2.5 years.
Linebacker, right?
The linebacker.
Yeah.
When you saw Cardinal Gibbons on the field defensively, you saw 53 making a tackle.
Let's go. We back at it, man. Got my man X, and then we got my homeboy, the crib. Man, you got the coolest name out here, man. Fanny dog, he got us, dog. He got the coolest name out here. Dude, he threw the back. We talk about that every time, but we got the crib in the house, man. Our own Mel Kiper Jr. But listen, right off the back, man, I posted something the other day from Deerfield Beach coach. Deerfield Beach coach said, listen, we not gonna be a part of the fake offer season this year. Deerfield Beach has every year they're loaded. They send 15, 20 kids to school. But what he came out and said was, we're not going to get involved with the fake offer thing this year. And basically what he was saying, because I realize a lot of people don't understand what they mean by fake offers. Kids get offers, they get happy, they go run around, they go look for the picture, they post it up, they feel good about themselves. But those offers are just verbal offers. They're verbal offers. And in the end, a lot of times, I used to always tell kids, you want to know if you got a real offer, try to commit. Try to get the coach on the phone, try to say, hey, man, I want to commit. Let's see. And see if he start tap dancing, talking about he got to go have a meeting or something like that, then it's really not a real offer. Got my man Crib in the house, and you got another take on offers. You say you don't think it's a bad thing. And explain to us why.
I think it's really going back to what, just like in your interview with Santana, you were talking about marketing yourself. I think when you get one of those offers, I don't call them fake offers, I call them conditional offers. When I say it's a conditional offer, like even when I was younger, when you guys were in school, there was letters, right? Everybody received a letter. That was your proof that you were being recruited. When a coach called you up and said, hey, who's looking at you right now? You could say, Miami sent me letters, West Virginia sent me letters, yada, yada. It's the same thing now. I'm not going to call the kid out, but there was a Broward County linebacker who was a stud for multiple seasons. He had no offers because of the school that he was at didn't post offers.
Yeah.
Every time I would try to push the kid to a school, they say, who's recruiting him? I can't say anybody's recruiting him right now because he has no offer. Those conditional offers turned into no offer. So if he would have just posted those offers at one point, I could have used that as a reference point to get the kid recruited.
So tell me, let's go a little deeper. So you tell college, hey, listen, I got Ahmad Black, and I think he'll fit in your system. And they say, who's recruiting him? Why are they asking you that?
Because I hate to say it.
Don't hate to say it.
Yeah, a lot of these schools, they don't do their own evaluations
at all.
They don't do their evaluations, and I'm not going to call the school out, but Ryan Turner picks up a Clemson offer, right?
Yeah.
As soon as he gets a Clemson offer, a certain school offers him. I had sent that school his film on April 9th, 2020.
Right.
And told him he was 6 foot, 190 pounds. He was a starter for a state championship team. There was no reason for him not to get an offer then. Right. But Clemson offers.
Then they did what?
And then that domino falls.
So is it so back to the fake offer thing?
Well, schools do that.
So
schools do that.
So is it a real offer? So this is what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. So let's equate it to fame. A lot of times people become famous, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of times I'm walking through, I'm at Outback with my girl the other night. I see dudes, they look at me. And I know why they looking at me, because they see Footballvillle. Mm-hmm. They want to say something. That's kind of fame. Fame ain't money. Mm-mm. It ain't real. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying is, take that offer, market yourself, because listen, Maryland recruit me.
Yeah, use it as leverage.
UAB, y'all need to know Maryland recruiting me, and then you may fall at UAB.
Use it as leverage.
I get what you're saying. So it's just different ways of looking at things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like when I chill with Najee once told me a story about he was on a Green Bay Packer trip. There was a guy on the trip with dreads signing autographs as Najee Davenport. He had been famous for so long, he was good with it. He was like, let him have it. Because he had done cut his dreads. He was like, let him have it, man. I got that. You know what I'm saying? Because he had done been famous for so long. I I get what you're saying. You can utilize that leverage.
Turn the fame into an opportunity. Really
Right, exactly.
Like, there are some kids
I get
that
what
settle,
you're saying.
yeah.
Right.
Some
So-
kids get too, like you said, some kids get too happy when they get the offer and they think I've made it.
Yeah, because it's a thing like I'm sitting here waiting for them to come get me. Like, we don't wait for girls to come get you. We go get girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm sitting here. They supposed to come recruit me. I can't wait till they come. Well, it's COVID. Well, they got transfer portal now. You better come up here and do what Santana did and call Manny out. And it ain't always gonna work that way, but for some reason it worked that day.
Yeah.
And that's just how karma is. You know what I'm saying?
You know why? It works like that for the simple fact that it's like I'm putting you on the spot,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm putting up numbers. You see the numbers.
Yeah.
So now I'm calling you out.
So why are you just peeking? Why are you just looking in the weeds like we see Santana over there, but we gonna No, you can't wait. I done put out a flip.
You know what? We ain't gonna offer this kid because nobody else ain't offer this kid.
Right.
And I know this because just have a personal relationship with you. Come like, yo, this kid, like he said, I can send you a film on a kid and you won't budge until somebody else offers him. Why you ain't offering him first? Me and Coach Smith had this conversation at the Florida-Georgia game. He was like, man, I don't understand these schools, man. It's just different now. He was like, man, these kids, the coaches coming up like, hey, who offered them? Why you worried about who offered them? You offer them.
Hey, you offer. You start.
That's what he
you start
just
off.
said. That's what he just said. I mean, so you're saying take that badge, put that badge on, and show other schools that listen, man, I'm worth something at least to Texas A&M,
Yeah.
or I'm worth something at least to FIU.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and
I get what you're saying.
I think the issue with the fake offer season, is the lack of communication from the high school coach to the kid and the parents. Because I think a lot of the times these parents, when their kids are getting offers, they think my kid is a Power 5 kid right now.
Yeah.
But these are conditional offers. And if that was communicated by the head coach, like, listen, your son is being recruited. This is a beautiful thing that's happening. But he can't commit to this right now. There's still more work that needs to be done. Right. And if there was that level of communication in the process, instead of saying, hey, I just got a phone with Alabama, they're offering you. But he doesn't tell the kid they want you to come to a camp before it's real.
Why don't he tell him?
Because
Who's the coach?
it depends on the coach. I think it's situational, right? I think a lot of these coaches right now, because of the way transfers work, the transfer portal in South Florida, they don't want to lose kids.
Yeah.
I think everybody's scared and they're walking on eggshells because they don't want to lose kids. But if I get kids offers, kids are going to come. I don't even really have to recruit that. I get that St. Thomas treatment. Or the kid is more loyal to them because I'm doing something for you. Just like Fannin said.
I just wanted you to say it.
Yeah.
When you was being recruited, you ever had any coach try to control you with offers or?
Man, my AAU coach, he was like, man, don't commit. I want you. He wanted me to go to North Carolina. I'm like, don't commit. You're gonna get the North Carolina offer. And I'm like, but
The Tar Heels?
Yeah.
Oh, you that good?
Syracuse want me right now. He's like, man, I commit to Syracuse right now. He's like, man, look, Carolina gonna get you the offer. They gonna come. I'm like, man, you sure? Like, cause I don't want to wait and miss out.
I once had a kid transfer from a school. He was an 8th grade. He was a 9th grader. Should have been on varsity, but because the school was so big, they made him play JV. So he left. And he was like, man, I just left last week, man. And I said, you know you're finna get an offer, right? He said, I already know. They called me and they told me fam offer. It's a game.
Yeah.
And I don't know if me, Fannin, Crip, I don't know if we could speak enough when you got a mom raising a son and he comes home and say, fam, offer me today, mom, and she's so proud. How do you get in between that? Because you get in between that, you're a hater.
You could say that, like, it's short-term view, yes.
Yeah.
But long-term view, on signing day, there's no disappointment.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge reason that there's an issue with this offer thing because, like, you see kids going to true prep, for the prep school now, right? That were Division I kids, at 15 offers and stuff like that. Well, if there was a communication from the get-go,
that prep team gonna be lit. I talked to Mario the other day. Fool,
they have some players for sure.
Listen, but if it was communication from the get-go,
if there was communication from the get-go, there wouldn't be that anger or that angst towards that high school coach. If they would have
we're being politically correct. We know it's not like a communication. It's leverage.
It's leverage. Cause
Offers are being used as in certain situations. They're being used as leverage. They're not from the colleges.
But they're using
even
a
with the
lack
high
of
school coaches. Some of them are using it as.
Boy,
I got you.
Just look at it. Look at
I got
a few
you
years ago. A few years ago, man. I ain't gonna say the kid name, but the kid on social media, yeah, boy, I got 90-something offers. Like, okay, who really cares? You got 90-something offers. You only
go to one school.
You only go to one school.
What's the most official
Like-
offers you ever seen a kid get? The ones where they could sign, the official ones.
Official?
Yeah.
I think before the recruiting drama, T2 had a ton of offers.
Yeah.
T2 had a ton of offers. Schools were offering him every day almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Ja'Cory Hammett was kind of the same way for a while. I think a lot of schools were intrigued by him.
Yeah. What's the rule on official offer? Because they don't get that official one till like at the end of the process now, right?
Yeah.
I
You
believe
only-
September 1st.
Yeah,
September
yeah.
1st.
They have to send
Like
it out
around
after
September, October, that's when they send out. That's when they can start sending out
The
official.
most I was there with Trevante Valentine in his entire recruitment. I remember Trevante Valentine, right?
Yeah.
One of the most
LSU.
amazing
One of the
players.
craziest recruiting stories
Listen,
ever.
man, but he was amazing, dog. I remember one time they put him at fullback at State and called the wrong play. They put him at fullback, and I guess they were supposed to call a dive for him, but they called a sweep for the running back. And he got out in front of the running back, bro, and started blocking, knocking people out the way.
Yeah.
And I was like, how in the world is this 300-pound kid
Freak of nature.
out running in front of the running back? But I was there, and I was there and he got his official offers. I mean, his official ones to sign. He had 30, 40. It was only two of them.
So
It was LSU,
what's
and it
gonna
was
happen?
Miami.
What's gonna
You know
happen?
what I'm saying?
What's gonna happen is you're gonna have like September, October. You're gonna have schools start sending out official offers. They can send you the official offers.
Right.
Now, come signing day, it's only gonna be maybe 4 schools that's gonna send out that paper that you can sign.
Right. Because what do they do?
It's never gonna be 30
They contact
schools.
the kids and be like, I think, my homeboy Cyrus Williams told me, like, listen, they contact you and be like, man, hey, man, are you seriously thinking about...
Yeah, what they'll do is Dalvin Cook and them did this, and Yerby was you'll sign your financial aid paper. The school will realize if you're serious.
You'll grant an aid.
Yeah,
You'll grant an aid.
they'll understand how serious you is once you sign that.
Yeah.
Right.
You can send it to 4 different schools.
Yeah.
Right.
Them 4 schools gonna send you that letter of intent on
Yeah.
that signing day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be 30, 40
Nope.
schools. It's never
Right.
gonna be 10. It's gonna be 4 because you only can send them 4.
But there are some kids that do receive a ton of official offers on September 1st.
Yeah.
yeah,
And they
yeah.
might not pan out on signing day. Like, they
Yeah,
might not be an
yeah.
option that day. But, I mean, there's a ton. Some of these kids, they're
I
getting
mean,
those
like you
graphics.
say, use it as
graphics.
leverage, man.
Yeah.
Use it as leverage, man. Because
They
if
do graphics.
if I'm a kid,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, I'm just getting into the sports. Next you know, dang, boy, I got 15 offers. Now other schools noticing. That's why other schools offer.
Yeah.
Who offer him? Once Clemson, Alabama offer you, pretty much everybody else gonna offer you. You know what I'm saying? And it used to be vice versa. Once you gonna offer, not everybody offer. Now it seems like you want to take a page out of that. Like Clemson offer them.
Right. But also, listen, let's talk about it from this standpoint. Maryland comes down here. It used to be, what was the other school used to come down here? Throw Temple. Temple was doing that one
West
time.
Virginia.
Coastal Carolina did.
What is it?
Western Michigan.
No. What's it? Mississippi? What Frank at? Frank. Southern Mississippi.
Southern Miss went
Southern
out,
Miss.
yeah.
I remember Temple was big on it too. I remember Temple contacted me the night Sam Brooks got 4 sacks.
Yeah.
Four sacks. He got 4 sacks as a freshman, started at American Heritage. And they contacted me like, this is what we want to offer him. You know what I'm saying? So I told his dad. And that's right there when I kind of realized, man, what was that? That was kind of, thank you. But the schools go to St. Thomas like Maryland just did, offer a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Also, what it does in a place like South Florida is it promotes the school.
That's
Marketing.
it's a system.
Yeah,
It's it.
it
That's
promotes
it,
the school.
yeah.
So now the kids are going to post it. They're going to take it around. Oh, Maryland out here lurking
The
around.
school-
Why they didn't get my kid
the-
no
the
offer?
school gonna
And you
post it
like,
first.
I'm not sure if you wanted Maryland to give your kid one of them offers. like, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
the
I do
school-
understand what you're saying. So listen, to sum it all up, it's 2 ways we saying it. What we saying is a lot of those offers don't pan out. That's why they call them fake offers. What Crib's saying is, listen, bro, get your badge, put your badge on, and put it out there and let it know that somebody looking at you, because it's hard to get you to somebody if nobody looking at you. So that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So take it how you leave it. Like I said, fame, rappers, if you want to look famous and be broke, that's on you. That's what a lot of rappers do. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to look fame and then take advantage of the fame and then create your own platform or do something with the fame, like Chad Johnson, it can be utilized. So I'm glad you came in this morning to explain that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just go show 2 sides of it. So it is 2 sides of it. Don't just sit there and lay down on it. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
Don't just
you
sit there and lay
use it.
down on
Use
it.
it as leverage.
Use it as leverage. Listen, I'm talking to your high school kids right now. It's getting really, really weird for high school recruiting when it comes to NCAA, college, how colleges are moving.
Because even
transfer
now
portal.
coaches still can't have no personal contact.
Right now for platforms like Fannie, Crib, Footballvillle, like even their own platform, because it seems like y'all don't think it's cool to put your own highlights up on your own platform for some reason. They don't seem unless it's something huge or a cool picture, they don't seem to understand marketing themselves. So man, if y'all gotta utilize us. But it's getting the back to the GameStop. They're squeezing high school players. It's like a squeeze coming. You know what I'm saying? Because now they can just look at the transfer portal and pick a kid out the transfer portal. Then you got the seniors are coming back. That's add more padding on.
It's 1,500 transfer kids
the roster
right now.
Yeah.
So they not really looking at, bro. Signing day is actually this week.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
Nobody's talking about who's committing to nobody. Everybody's saying, boy, you see who's in the transfer portal. Such and such is into the transfer portal. That's what they talk about. And it's like signing day is actually Wednesday.
Yeah.
Can I speak
It's
on that?
supposed to be the biggest day.
I want to speak on the transfer.
Talk. We can hear you.
I'm not gonna put them out there because I rock with them. But I explain to them. I say because you got kids in Jacksonville, Florida, and kids. You tell me you're looking for a kid. I tell you this kid is impressive. I tell you should offer the kid because you asked me my opinion. You don't offer the kid, right? Because you tell me, well, we looking at these these potential transfers. My rebuttal to that is, you sitting up here telling me about a goddamn transfer who couldn't perform where he was at. But yeah, you got a kid that can perform on the same level as the same kid, and you can build him up. These schools have gotten lazy. Lazy. Oh, this the camera. All the schools have gotten lazy. Y'all some lazy people. Do your homework. Recruit, build your kids. That's what UN was known for, building their kids.
This is how a college explained to me about one college. They said it like this. They say, listen, once you cross that threshold of college, right? Mm-hmm. We're no longer looking at you as a high school player. So basically they look at it like, okay, he came to college, he made it through the rigmarole, he got on the field, he almost got on the field. We know that he can make it through. He's a college player at this point. You know what I'm saying? They're saying with a high school player that he was good in high school, but we don't know what's going to happen when he walked through these doors.
Their job is to develop.
Yeah. Right.
It goes high school, college, pros.
Right.
They don't care about that no more. They care about championships and checks. That's why you keep chasing after these big transfer portal names. Transfer and check, because if it was about building do Alabama offer everybody?
Alabama don't get transfers.
Offer everybody.
Clemson's offered like 35 kids in the 2022 class.
They don't get transfers though. But they going to get high school kids and develop them.
No, they don't have to get transfers because they have them sitting
right there.
Yeah.
Bryce Young is on your bench.
Like
the best.
Like
the
UM
best
used to be. They
yeah.
have depth. They have depth. The word is depth.
They
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they don't have to get a transfer. You know what I'm saying? They're asking people to go to the transfer portal. Can you please go to transfer portal?
Going back to what he said about and I totally agree about that. Like you gonna take this kid who was at this school and he didn't do what he was supposed to do at this school, but you think he gonna do it at this school? I don't get that.
Talk about your beloved King, man.
I mean,
oh
my God!
The beloved King. The Hurricanes get more transfer portal than
we took an offensive tackle named Tommy Kennedy. Oh my gosh! I don't even know what school he took from. We took him. We went to practice. We seen him at practice. Sylvester damn near killed the kid every day. He bullied them.
Come on, man.
And I was like, we gonna keep doing this? We gonna keep taking transfers?
Scholarships.
But on the,
I'm gonna take me a kid from high school.
But on the flip side of that, you have King that comes in. You got Jalen Phillips as a transfer.
That's different though. He's a grad transfer. He performed all 4 years. That's different.
Jalen Phillips was a reach.
Oh, what's his name? Hold on, Russell Wilson, a grad. But he was performing at already top high level, bro. So that's not the same.
Jalen Phillips was a reach.
They are nominees.
I think
nominees, man.
I think the group of 5 schools and the schools that don't recruit as well it's a good opportunity for them to have a chance at a 4-star kid who maybe didn't pan out at Alabama, but he might pan out at FIU.
True.
I can take that.
True.
Like FIU's quarterback that actually was a 4th-round draft pick for the Jets. He was a transfer. I think it was from Bowling Green or something like that.
Right.
But I mean, he's the guy who beat Miami.
Right.
Yeah.
And what happened the next year after that kid leaves?
Right.
FIU goes 0-8 or
whatever,
something like
yeah.
that. So I mean, the flip side of it is, yes, it's going to hurt.
works.
It's going to hurt the 21 kids and it's going to hurt the 22 kids. I think it's going to be curbed by the 23 class with the transfer.
It works, but it's like putting the Band-Aid on the real issue.
Yeah.
Because now, okay, you get these transfer players, and just say you got 4 of them. You lose 4 spots, 4 recruiting spots.
Yeah.
Now the next year, you ain't getting them spots back. You lost 4 spots the previous year.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you got to really.
Wait up,
Now I might have freshmen come in.
Explain that again. So you get the transfer, right?
You get the
So
transfer.
you lose 4 recruiting spots.
Yeah. Okay. This year, 2021, you only got 20. They signed 21 kids. They got 4 transfers. You only got 21 kids who gonna come back next year.
Yep, the folk gonna go.
The 4 gonna be gone.
Right. But so what that's telling you?
That's telling you we putting a Band-Aid on what we really
It's not. I mean, what it's saying is that we eventually gonna depend on the
the
transfer
4.
portal.
Yeah.
on the 4.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what it's saying.
You're being lazy.
Yeah, that's
You're
what it's
not
saying.
developing kids.
And that's what I'm saying. They're being squeezed.
You're not developing
Yeah,
kids.
so we don't bring in any cornerbacks this year. We
Right.
get the transfer of Stevens. We're going to lose Stevenson, possibly Ivy, Blades, and if Couch balls out, he's going.
So we're finna bring in 4 freshmen
So you gonna-
cornerbacks.
You ain't freshman on board. So now, where you going? You're going back to the border.
That's what it's saying.
They're not developing
X and that,
kids.
that's what it's saying. It's saying that it's free agency, bro. It's there. Let's not look at this 5 years later and be like, oh man, look what they, bro. It's there. We see it. It's happening right now.
I mean, yeah, but does it help? Does it help the school? Does it help the players that's already at the school?
It helps the coach that's.
It's helping the coach
It's
that's
helping
got
the
to
coach
keep his
that's
job.
that's on the hot seat right
Yep.
now and is worried about.
Just
Am I
brought
gonna,
Tarek Stevens.
he's
in
not
here.
worried about. He's not worried about in 2 years. Are my corners gonna
Right.
have enough experience? He's worried about. Am I gonna have a job
Next year.
at the end of
And
December?
listen, with Miami, it goes right back to being at the end of the rainbow and the biggest recruiting ground ever. Our relationship with kids is Tyreek Stevenson. The relationship they have with the kids are ballers. You know what I'm saying? They shut recruiting down and didn't have no cornerbacks. And I was asking questions like, hey, what y'all doing? Is it over? But they knew what they was
That's what
about
they
to
already
do.
knew. Yeah.
They knew
I
what they
mean,
was
like
about
I say, it's good because you can get no players to come in and immediately help the team. But like you say, what happens if we lose the 4
But,
cornerbacks?
I got-
Think at college
think about
football,
this,
bro.
though.
Start thinking at college football different. Start thinking that they're gonna start retreading
Yeah.
kids.
Because at the end of the day,
Some kids may sit in the transfer portal for 2 years.
Why do I want to come here, right?
Yeah,
Like, if I'm a cornerback,
right.
and I see every time you look up, y'all breaking in transfer. So now if I'm a big time cornerback, say, give me one.
Earl Little.
Earl Little.
Got Earl Little.
Why do I want to come here? Because the way you going, I may not never play until, you know what I'm saying, my junior year,
Right.
maybe my sophomore year. So why I want to come here?
It's a squeeze. What they're gonna do is, I think only the top high school kids are gonna make it through,
Squeezing the stock.
and they're gonna
huh?
tell them. And I just explained that.
Basically, it'll be like we won't be wasting.
No, you
those-
different, Earl Little, cause you could play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
what we gonna
you
tell
got a
them?
chance to play. You know what I'm
So we
saying?
won't be wasting them three, 4 scholarships that we want them, but
Right.
we really don't really.
So when we
need them
asking
right
all
away.
these questions about Miami wide receivers, why couldn't the wide receivers get on the field? They couldn't switch it. Listen, if you're going to show him he got a chance to play, then he's not going to get in the transfer portal.
That's exactly.
So maybe what they looking at in practice, they don't feel good enough
Yeah.
because they can go get Rambo.
Yeah, and if you look at it, remember Golden signed. Remember how many corners Golden signed, like, and none of them
Oh,
panned
man,
out.
one time
North
Golden
and
signed,
stuff like
like-
that.
Like,
None of,
tell
we don't even remember the
them.
names anymore, right?
Right.
So in Miami's perspective, I'm sure it looks like this: why go get the kids that aren't panning out when I can get a kid that I was a higher recruit and is probably a higher recruit than who I'm trying to get right now, and bring him in and see what happens.
Bro, listen. It's here. It started off slow,
It's
but
happening.
it's here,
It's
boy.
happening. It's
It
big
came
time.
quick, yeah.
So listen, man. So listen. Some of the Miami kids that went there. We're gonna talk about some of the kids. Out of the Miami recruits, man, who do you think has a chance to actually play this year? Out of all the kids that went to Miami,
As a freshman,
as a freshman, right out the back, they get on the field.
man, I think Arroyo has a chance to get on the
Yeah,
field.
Roy
Tight end.
definitely gonna play
Yeah.
because Beverly left.
Okay,
Beverly
that's
left.
over.
Safety wise, obviously James. I think at strikers, I think was it Frierson at that striker spot?
Frierson, yeah.
Right.
But I think they put Chase Smith. Chase Smith is going to be third string.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sargent's still there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frierson and Keanu
but when you're
Smith.
talking about a kid like James who already has substantial football IQ,
James Williams.
yeah,
Okay.
He's 6'4". He fits that mold of that striker position.
They're
I
gonna
think
put him in the weight room.
Yeah.
How big is he gonna be when he get out of that weight room?
235.
probably 235, 240 around that range.
I'm thinking because right now he may be at 215.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like between 220, 225, 230. I don't think he's gonna get no big.
I saw him in Walmart the other night, man. He looked like he was 6'6", man.
His body is lean.
Yeah.
His upper body hasn't even panned out yet.
Yeah, I'm saying.
He got no cuts.
Yeah, he's just
But
lean.
listen, he gonna look like the Reaper out there, boy. He like. So who else? Yeah, James, Arroyo. Who else?
Obviously, Borregales, that kicker, is going to be a guy.
Yeah.
Brother gone, right? Brother.
Yeah, brother
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
Brother
so
gone.
to the
Just
draft.
he had a hell of a weekend for the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
I think the three receivers have a chance to play.
Talk to me.
I think
Three receivers.
Brinson, Jacoby,
okay, yeah.
Richard.
Right,
Richard could
You-
could step into that slot position right
Special
away.
Special teams. I think. He's gonna play. Remember we talk about
Yeah.
because you got Restrepo. Oh no, boy, because Rashad on the way now.
Yeah.
I think where we get confused at is kids' production sometimes in high school down here and what they're able to. If you look at Rashad Huddle, it look like you're watching Devin Bush. What are they?
Devin Hester.
Reggie Bush or
Reggie
somebody
Bush
on this huddle.
He's a running
But
back.
then you go watch him in the game, and then it's like he's underused. He doesn't get utilized because he doesn't get utilized. But I know a cover, but you can go back to Richmond Giants 8U with Brashard and see him versus Tiger and Gwen Cherry going at it 1-on-1. Once Miami get him there and they utilize him right, man, the kid's electrifying. You know what I'm saying? He's electrifying. I go back to Jerry Jeudy. When I used to go see Jerry Jeudy at Deerfield, I would go see him play. He would catch like 2 passes sometimes.
Yep.
Maybe like if 8 targets, he catch 1 of them or something
that
like
was
that. You know what I'm
really-
saying?
yeah.
But we knew who Jerry Jeudy was. Brashard, so you think Brashard got a chance to go right in?
In the slot, who's really threatening him in that slot?
The only issue I have with the receivers now is we all thought it was gonna be early enrollees. You know what I'm saying? So now
Yeah, but it's not how
None
it
of them
used to
there?
be. These kids.
not yet. I think George and Brinson are trying to push this week to try to get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe
And
not.
I see one.
Seymour,
Yeah.
maybe not, but that early enrollee helps them a lot because now they become equal with him.
Yeah, play
Right.
well.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have to wait till summertime. You know, you got a whole spring, yeah, they gotta sit behind me. I don't care how good they is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as me, I think the 3 freshmen I think who could come in and play right now, obviously Leonard Taylor's gonna get on the field. I think we got 2 good defensive tackles on our team. And he's gonna be the 3rd one.
You don't think Leonard Taylor?
I think he was the best player in South Florida this year.
Yeah.
I don't think that's much of an argument, but I mean, who are you going to take? When are you going to take John Ford off the field? Passing down situations, maybe.
I take him off the field now if I want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just
Not
being real.
Chris.
Him
It's
and
just-
what's the other guy, Miller? I take them off.
but
the
we've
field
seen
right
that from Manny before, where like we've had big time kids come in and they don't automatically just
Play,
jump
right,
in.
right.
We had that conversation like, okay, well,
We had it with the defense end.
if you're going to have this specific 21 class come in and they don't develop,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's so much developed. I mean, look at Greg Rousseau. Greg Rousseau developed, but his first year he didn't play, and everybody's like, "Why isn't he on the field?"
But
Second year he didn't even start, right?
Yeah,
We were waiting for him to get on the field.
Yeah, but
He
even
got-
when he
he
was
got
healthy, they weren't giving
He
him
wasn't-
the opportunity
man,
to
remember we
step
went to
in.
practice and I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
Greg
each
Rousseau
spring
killing
game, each spring game, he was like the leader
Killing
in
it.
sacks, but they still weren't giving him that
Well,
opportunity.
yeah.
Wait. So is that the kid fault or that's
No.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the coaching
Coach
staff.
fault.
That's the coaching staff wanting to rely on maybe John Ford and Nesta are bring a veteran presence
Yeah.
that Leonard Taylor might not be able
Maybe
to
all
bring
that
as
other
an
off-the-field
18-year-old.
stuff.
That's great coaching.
Right.
Because I don't care if I got and honestly, this is my problem was learning the plays. You know what I mean? The terminology of the plays.
Right.
I was playing the striker position. Well, the rover is what we
Rover
call it.
star,
I was playing
rover star, yeah.
right. So I was playing the rover. So sometimes in formations, I would look to the sideline. They would tell me what to do. Kenny, I wish he was here. He'll tell you the same thing. His freshman year, he started right because of injury when Red 3 went down.
Red 3 went down.
So when Red 3 went down, they put him and Reddick went down.
Reddick went down.
And then he stepped into the play. He knew the play, but he didn't know all the play. What he had to do was look to the sideline, and they would tell him where to be at.
Right.
When he be running, if you look at film, you see him going back and forth. They're telling him what to do.
Right.
But he could play. So you got, if that's what needs to be done,
Right.
goddamn it,
Get you
do
out
it.
there.
Don't be just putting people out there because
Get
they've
you out
been
there.
there. They suck.
Right.
Yeah, they been on the field and they Amari Carter, he's there. He's getting targeted every game. Okay, if you're gonna keep him on the field, or you're gonna say, well, James Williams, come on, let's go.
Yeah, I just started feeling like he don't even want to be out there with his friends, man. I don't.
Carter?
Yeah, it just
The safety?
you can't just keep
Yeah,
doing
he
the
just out
same
there just saying,
thing.
I'm finna go target somebody and they gonna kick me out. I mean,
No, the biggest game of the year, and you just hit.
the quarterback going
Quarterback,
down.
come
He's
on,
going
man.
down already, and you
You
just
letting
gonna
us
go
down
down with
now.
your head. Like,
So what else?
Yeah.
So anybody else you think right off the bat get on the field?
I mean, I think Kinchin's maybe as
He
a special
can.
teams
He
kid.
He can,
Special
but
teams kid,
seniority-
maybe dime package
seniority,
situation.
man.
Like Vandy. How bad he was when
Yeah.
Vandy first
Yeah.
came.
Now I don't really like Kinchin so much as a slot guy. I think they can bring him on the field as like a third safety.
Yeah.
As a third safety, maybe you roll down.
Yeah.
You know, one of the more veteran guys.
Maybe Hall,
Yeah.
roll Hall down.
Yeah, because he can play in the box a little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
and you can put Kinchin's at 15 yards over the top.
Yeah.
You know, playing that traditional
Yeah,
center
yeah, I can
field
see-
role.
yeah, I can see so
But
much.
I don't see him carving out anything too crazy at the beginning, just because I think Kinchin's needs to get in the weight room a little bit.
And then every safety came back. Like
Yeah,
there's,
there's-
it's
and that's
three of them that came back, and then it's
One of the
three
strongest
other.
positions on the team.
So
So,
that's it.
yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't really see anybody else get on the field. I like the receivers, like I said. I think maybe if there's some injuries on the offensive line, one of those guys can kind of pop up.
Seymour,
But you know how.
I take Seymour over 53.
And Rodriguez. Ryan Rodriguez.
At center, you got. I think isn't Corey
Nah,
Gaynor
yeah,
back?
yeah, Gaynor back,
Corey
Gaynor
Gaynor's
back,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be hard because he's in that mold of Corey Gaynor.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a high school hard worker,
Yeah.
like not an extreme talent, but he was a solid.
play football.
He's a solid 3-star center, right? Which one of the top centers in the country.
Yeah.
But he's not a 5-star kid or anything like that. I love Ryan Rodriguez's game. One of the best.
Sanders is only going to be one
Yeah.
top 4-star in the nation.
Yeah.
Unless
Absolutely.
you're going to Alabama, then you're a 5-star center.
And Gaynor really hasn't been a problem for the Miami offense. So that's why I don't think that he really pops up. Now,
He's not that bad.
yeah,
but
Big
he's not
Baby.
worse than the rest of them.
Yeah, Big Baby has a chance to obviously get on the field just because we all know how special that kid is.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Very special.
yeah,
Very
you hope Garen Justice falls in love in the same way we
Niggas
do.
love Big Baby.
I do, man. Every time I watch Big Baby, man, I never seen nobody like he's pushing everybody forward. Even on
Since he was
even on
coming out
passing
of high school.
plays, on passing plays, he's pushing you forward. And that's rare for you to see an offensive lineman pushing you forward on passing play. Passing play, you usually stand still and you going back, but he's pushing. I'm like,
His punch is like no other, bro.
when
Yeah.
he get his hands on you, that's it. It's a wrap.
Like,
That's it.
He
That's
can
it.
stop people.
like Eric Flowers and Navon Donaldson had crazy highlight tapes from high school. They were nasty players, but I don't like a lot of their blocks where they were pulling guard or they were pulling
Right.
tackle, and it was them destroying people in open field. Which,
They were so athletic.
yeah, because they were so athletic.
yeah,
But
so
Big
athletic.
Baby he's so technically sound as a young kid that in passing, like you said, in pass pro situations, he's getting pancakes
Yeah.
against elite defensive ends, right? Like,
Remember what Allen Hayes say, like, man, Big Baby.
and he's
got
the
his
only
hands
person.
on me. I
He's
was
the
like,
only
damn.
person. He's the only person, and it was in a camp setting to give Big Baby a tough time. Allen's a dog.
He's
Like,
gonna play.
Right.
Allen
He's gonna
Hayes
be.
gonna be good.
He's gonna be a first.
as a freshman,
No. If they do what they're supposed to do with that kid, man, that kid will be a first round pick.
He could
that
be.
Kid
He's got
is
potential,
athletic. That kid is strong.
He's smart.
That kid is smart.
Smart.
man.
He's a good
He
kid.
loves
man.
playing football.
Love
Then everybody keep talking about
He feel
Leonard Taylor.
appreciative to play
Yeah,
football.
yeah.
That kid's
Allen
smart,
Hayes,
man.
why would I tell you,
He
dog?
feel appreciative.
The way he could break down film at defensive tackle, I ain't never heard that before. Ever.
Yeah, he
Never.
has a great understanding for the game. Again, he's another kid that I feel like needs to get in the weight room. COVID
freshman
hurt
year.
him a lot.
Freshman year,
He gained weight.
He gained some weight during COVID, and he took some of it off. And the thing about him is, again, another kid who won't be able to enroll early because Chaminade you can't enroll early. So there's a growth period that's gonna happen with Allen, where he's gonna be so good. Listen, I love the 21 class that they brought in. I think you're gonna get a large majority of those kids panning out.
So nobody gonna speak on the obvious. Nobody gonna speak on the obvious. Nobody gonna speak on Jay Garcia.
0%.
Ain't nobody said nothing about Jay Garcia because
0% chance.
Right now, King ain't ready.
So you think Jake gonna come and jump over who? Is
Van
McCoy?
He's only one other quarterback there.
Is he back?
Perry is gone.
Perry gone.
Perry not.
Perry just came back to finish school and he's leaving.
He's not jumping over Van Dyke.
I mean, it's gonna be Jake and Jake.
Take
He's leaving. He's gonna graduate.
It's gonna basically be Jake or TBD.
So you want to see Jake Garcia versus Alabama?
No, I'm just saying. Obvious, like
if we get, so what's King recovery time right now?
they say he'll be back. But
They're targeting August. They're targeting August.
He gonna have to be back over here forfeit the game.
Yeah, because if he comes back, then Jake Garcia don't even have a chance.
No, I mean if
He doesn't have a chance
if
with
he
TBD.
comes back,
He's saying to be hurt.
But if he's not ready,
How can he
right
come
now,
back? How
spring
can he
is
come
gonna
back
be
running
between
on that knee like that?
You can't.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's medical science.
Medical
Medical
science is ridiculous, man.
is adequate. Well, guys come back better from ACL.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. They come out
because you get wear and tear. But from the moment I knew TBD was an elite talent, on his first play on his highlight tape, flat-footed, he throws a 70-yard pass to the corner of the
kid
end
arm
zone.
is
I was like, I don't care. I was
like,
like, I don't care if he
Even
played in
when-
Connecticut, Miami, doesn't matter. That kid's
Even
real
when
good.
Perry was here, when I would ask who's
he
the
had
backup, when I would be like,
TBD.
who's the
He got the best arm.
First name would
He
come out
got
of
the
my
best
mouth.
arm. He got the best natural arm you won't had in a long time.
He looks like a grown-ass man.
You know what? You know what's wrong with us right now as UM? We stuck in our Miami mode. We worry about right now. We worry about personality. We worry about big. Man, develop our kids. Get back to developing our. We don't develop our
Not doing a
kids
great
no
job
more,
with
man.
that. So listen, talk to me right now. Before we get up out of here, give me 2 or 3 kids that's graduated this year that may not be going to college that you know for a fact are D1 kids, and you're like, listen, bro, and you're begging colleges to take them.
Xavier Johnson's the first name that pops up for me from South Broward.
Talk to me.
6'4", 250, middle linebacker.
You love Xavier Johnson.
Xavier Johnson, because he runs a 4.6 40. He has the most explosive highlight tape in South Florida.
He's a senior.
He's a senior, class of 2021.
He has nobody right now.
I think people are looking at him, but again, with who's recruiting him is the response I continuously get, and it's so frustrating because if I'm a college coach, I turn that kid's tape on, and every
He said they won't even turn it on.
Linebacker.
Yeah, so my thing is with the defensive player, I think you evaluate first thing on a defensive player, explosion through point of contact, right? Are they swinging tacklers or are they going backwards?
Right.
Every time he touches somebody, they're backwards, right? Like a lot of these kids, because they don't translate to the next level as tacklers. We see it a lot with Miami linebackers because if you watch on their highlight tapes, they're swinging kids. They're swinging kids, or they're wrapping and rolling or something along this line, which is great safety wise. Like that Seattle tackling stuff is great. Xavier Johnson is when he hits you, you go down.
Stay tackled.
Yeah.
Like my homeboy says.
Yeah.
He hit you, you stay tackled.
Yeah, stays tackled.
You tackle, you stay tackled.
Yeah.
This is their pyramid. This is their pyramid tackle, you stay tackled.
Yeah, so it's like we were just saying, just like Sam Brooks. Sam Brooks had no business standing up. That's the Willie Williams system right there. That kid hand needs to be on the ground in the dirt. Let him run.
And I hate that he has to go through this growth spurt. You know, through this, whether he learned it or not. I hate that he's going through it because I know how good of an athlete he is. You know what I'm saying?
But
who else you got?
But look though, at the end, like we were just stating, most of the time you're attacking the quarterback, right? When you tackle him, you wrap him up and spin him around.
Right.
It's not oftentimes you taking on the head.
You're not hitting nobody.
You're not hitting nobody.
He's never been a hitter.
You
Even go back to Liberty City, I never saw him as a hitter.
So now you standing him up at middle linebacker.
No man.
Telling him to take on contact.
He's in no man's land.
How does that work, man?
He's in no man's land.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
Dion Small from Deerfield Beach High School. He was at University School prior to that. Kid had 3 return touchdowns this year. He had one in the Tri-County Championship game. A little short, about 5'8", 5'9" receiver.
D1 kid.
D1 kid.
Ain't nobody looking
Super
at
explosive in and
You
out.
probably got how many of these kids?
Which one?
21. Safety.
Oh, Rodney. Yeah, I'll mention him too.
How many kids you got? I said 2 or 3.
Oh, I got a lot. So
run them down. Go.
But Deion Small, explosive returner, slot receiver type kid, elite production in multiple seasons. Another kid is Rodney Williams from Columbus. This is a kid that most years he's probably a group of 5 player. He's got a solid lower base, great tackler, can come down, run the alley, can play in cover 2 situations. Very good player, state champion. So he's got that pedigree. Another kid is Dustin Venus from Columbus as well.
Oh yeah.
And all of them falling victim to COVID, transfer portal. I think it all worked together.
I think
COVID,
Stephon Young Roll. Yeah, Stephon Young Roll from Central is another kid. He had 8 sacks in like 7 games.
What's the kid name from Central? Real fast cornerback. Wide receiver. AJ was talking about. I think he's the fastest kid on the team.
Oh, you're talking about Flash.
Oh, Robert McMinn.
Yeah.
I think Robert McMinn will sign somewhere though.
You think so?
I think he'll sign somewhere.
Yeah, he has somewhere, but AJ was saying he thinks
he's much better than that. He was one of the top 4. When I did the all-crib team, he was a top 4 receiver for me in South Florida this year.
One of the kids.
Let's come out with the top 20 kids that should be in school list. And let's put it out there, fool.
Oh, I'm constantly sending names to coach.
Yeah.
Like every time a coach tells me 2020,
Now let's put it together and we all put it out there.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because
we can do that.
I getting phone calls from parents now, and they're confused. And they're confused. They know their kids should be recruited. He only got a couple months left. The kid is telling him, I don't want to play in the public or private because he think he's too cool, and they don't realize what's going on.
Yeah.
They don't realize the squeeze is here, and they just, I tell parents straight up, man, this is the wrong year to be a senior in high school football.
It was.
And I be honest with them right off the bat.
The kid we had on the show, from Palmetto, Savion Collins. I just got a coach who called me Sunday last week about him. He was like, man, what's up, man? What school you think he's going to? I'm like, man, it's probably going to be UCF. He's like, man, what happened with Florida and UM? I'm like, man, I ain't gonna speak on that situation.
Tough, bro.
Yeah. It's a tough situation. You know what I'm saying? He's already committed to them from.
So man, we should get here and come up with a list.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Put that out there. Platforms so that other kids try to sign.
Put our logos all over.
Tim Burns.
And put it out there because you going from school to school, Fanny going from school to school, but these kids one by one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, man, it's 30 of them.
Yeah.
There's 40 of them, dog.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Biggest one for me though, I'm gonna pull a Santana Fleming. College coaches offer this kid Jack O'Keefe from Cardinal Gibbons. This kid is 6'2", 210, runs a 4.57 40, 3.6 GPA, 250 tackles in 2.5 years.
The linebacker, right?
The linebacker.
Yeah.
When you saw Cardinal Gibbons on the field defensively, you saw 53 making a tackle. Every time that kid, whether he was at defensive end, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, the kid made a play, and he did it as a sophomore Douglas, junior at Gibbons.
How did he fall through the cracks?
They lazy.
Because nobody wants to do their own evaluation.
You guys are lazy. You college recruiters are lazy. Fanny said it. You can ban me and everything. You guys are lazy.
Ban you from what?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are lazy. Stop being lazy.
No, that kid is special. Well-spoken kid. Well-spoken.
He's a great
kid. His coach
is over for him. That's it.
He's done. 2021.
So what is he? You been talking to him?
From what I understand, there's preferred walk-on opportunity at FSU. FSU stealing Emil Lamy from university school. They're trying to steal Jack O'Keefe. And if the kids go there, they're going to eventually be scholarship kids. Wow. But I hate to see a kid that has Power 5 potential could be a Group of 5 steal or even an FCS steal go as a preferred walk-on somewhere when there's nothing.
You see who making moves? Arkansas State.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Butch Jones is doing a good job jumping over there.
Yeah, Jacksonville State.
Arkansas State.
Yeah, Flea Harrell is doing a great job of recruiting guys down here. But listen,
we're gonna try to come up with that list, man. We're gonna try to put that list together and get that out there, man.
We're gonna put the list together. We're gonna try.
We're about to open up here at Loners, man. So we gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So listen, y'all stay locked in with us, man. That's Fanny. The Crib. Tell the people where they find you at, big dog.
You can find me at the Crib South FLA. If you just search us up on Google, you find the website, you find the Instagram, you find the Twitter. Very simple. The Crib South Florida. We love everybody that loves us.
That's real. Love you.
Y'all stay locked in with us, like and share. We out.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking things, and that's what? This nigga one shit.
I say, big time players step up in big game.